Today, let us explore into the next satsang topic, which is problems. How problems are interpreted, understood in our day-to-day life, and how we suffer with that. Everything which is creating conflicts within you, it's nothing but because of your mind. All problems, all problems, all conflicts, all kind of a trouble, your suffocation, your sufferings, whatever you may call it as a hindrance or a block or a impediments or whatever in your life is because of the way you interpreted the life or the way you interpreted that problem. So I thought, let us spend some time together to realize what is problems all about. Understanding in the right sense, that means realizing what is problem, can give you a beautiful way of looking at life, a different perspective of life, a different looking glass self can happen. That is why I have taken this subject, because I know I myself was suffering with that, and then now I see all my fellow beings are suffering with this. Then I thought I should talk about this subject of problems. What is problems and how the mind interpreted? Actually, problem comes to upgrade you, not degrade you. Please understand this one statement. Problems always comes on your way to upgrade your system, not degrade your system. This is the first understanding you should know. So, when you say problem, what is that really means? That means you are understanding, interpreting, expecting something else, and something else has happened, and that's what we call it as a problem. You expected something to happen and that is not happening, and you call it as a problem. Something you want to happen the way you thought it will happen, and something is happening the way the life wanted to take you, or it is not happening the way you expected, then it is a problem. An unfavorable situation happened for you, wherein which your mind always expected the favorable situation, it is called a problem. The mind always expected to travel in a known path, and you encountered and stumbled upon an unknown path, it is a problem. You expected the life is always going to be hoo-la-la, which means everything is an enjoyment, everything is you expected that alone, and something else happened opposite to that expectation, it's a problem. You thought that life is continuous, I never die, my kith and kin, my relatives, my nephew, my relatives, my spouse, my dear and near kith and kin, when they pass by, when they suddenly demise, they suddenly go away. Now you encounter that as a problem. When you expected your love to be always ever encompassing, compassionate, loving, caring, and all those things, but in reality, if that is going little bit away from your expectation, your imagination and fantasy, it is termed as problems. Problems, problems, problems. The whole humanity is facing the term problem. And that problem, nobody might have been looked at it such a deeply. If you really look at it, and that is what is causing the movement in human mind. And that creates such an enormous amount of upgrading the entire human system to move forward. That is the problem. What is that is causing it? Whenever there is a problem happens, along with that, you will get an energy to solve that as well. You look at your problem, whatever it happened in your life. Don't you think that you got an energy along with that to handle it? Everybody would say, yes, when I got that problem, I got the energy to resolve it. What is that meaning? That means every problem comes with the energy to resolve it. Every problem, no matter how the magnitude of the problem, every problem, if the magnitude of the problem is more, the energy to resolve it is also coming as a big actually. And also you get the situation, the mindset to handle that appropriately. The only thing is our mind term that as a problem, and the energy comes along with that is discarded. So the mind is taking over, considering it as a problem, projecting it as a problem, telling everybody it is a problem, and that energy is wasted by just making this as a, the mind is making it into a bigger thing, just to make the problem and projecting it as a problem. That itself the energy has been wasted rather than resolving it. And that is a problem. Problem is not a problem. Problem will be a problem when your mind think it is a problem. Because as I said earlier, mind always shows tantrum for any unknown, unfavorable, unexpected, unnatural, no matter, not even unnatural, anything which is happening, which is giving no grip, no comfortability to the mind, it shows tantrum. Its start is diarrhea. And that is how we encounter problems. But in reality, the problem encounter you when life requires you to get upgraded. When you need a break, when you need to upgrade, when you need to pay attention, when you need to do something, it will give you a problem, so that at least you come to the ground reality here and now. You look at it. If you are working too much, you are going away from something, and God is giving you an opportunity by creating a small accident, creating something which bring your attention to the ground level, wherein which now you say, you know what, I am going to this work forever. Now I am sick, I cannot go. Maybe I'll take this as an opportunity to take a PTO from work. Now you come to here and now. This is how life bring you to teach you the technique of here and now. But we never learn. We go back again and again and again and again. So the problem follow you again and again and again with a compassion to make you, to bring you to God's level, to bring you to His heart. But how do we interpret problem as? Interpreting problem as a problem. It is not a problem. It is not at all a problem. It is a message to you. It's a text message for you from God, letting you know that you are very dear to me. You are very dear to me. I am giving you an upgraded version. Please accept. But what you do, you will go on tell people that I got a problem. I don't know, my life is so bad. God is not there. He is really troubling me. Why me? Why not others? Again and again it is coming to me, not one time or two times, and so on and so forth. It is coming back to you again and again because you are not waking up. You are not realizing the reality of life. Until you are grounded, He is going to give you again and again those problems to make you realize, hey, this life is impermanent. This life is impermanent. Your body is perishable. Your body is degradable. What are you doing? Are you know this? Are you awakened? What are you waiting for? All these messages, text messages, WhatsApp, Facebook, everything come on your way. You ignore everything. Every message has been ignored. And it has been, that also has been taken it as some problem, and then start screaming about it, start worrying about it. Even though the problem comes with the energy to resolve it, we do not look into it. We just keep ignoring it. The more you ignore, again and again the problem may come. Look within the problem. Why am I getting this issue? And wake up. And that's a message. That is the hidden message of every problem is wake up. There is no other problem does not come without the message wake up from God. The life is bringing a problem to you. That means it has a unreturned header message which is called wake up. Wake up. Until you wake up, the problem is going to haunt you. The problem is going to come back again one way or the other. You might have been thinking that, oh my God, just now happened one problem. I don't know when next time it's going to happen again. There you go. The problem is going to come back again. I have seen the people like they invite problems left and right, here and there, one after the other. But they think these problems are making me more busy. Without these problems, I feel empty. So let me have more problems. As you wish, tadastu. That means let it be. Now you get more and more problem. You keep engaged. You say, I'm busy. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I don't have any time in my life. I'm so much busy. I'm 24 hours is not enough for me. Because you have to face all these problems. You have to talk to your friends. This is a problem. And you have to write a book that, oh, so much problem I faced. This is my story. Everybody got a story to write a book. I bet you. Everybody struggled a lot to come up in their life. Everybody they dedicated their entire life to the family. Everybody they worked hard. Everybody has the same story just like you. Why the story is there? Because The mind is building up this whole problem, collection of problems put together as a book. Here is my experience. I want to give away this experience to you. What is the necessity of collecting all these problems? The problem has given you for only one reason: to wake up. To wake up. Wake up to the reality of life. There is no other purpose other than this one message in the problem. If you miss this main message and you are so cherishing your problem, and I am telling you, the problem will never go away. That is why a lot of people I have seen, they are telling, I have seen many problems in my life. And they are so proud about it. But they get more problems in their life. Why they get more problems if they would have faced the so much problem? Why God has to punish you or give you more problem? It's not God is giving you problem. God is sending a message, text message, and the message meaning is wake up. Have you? If you haven't, then the problem is going to come back again. No matter how old you are, how experienced you are, how many books you have written, how many followers you have, how many this you have, how many bank balance you have, how many, you created a whole community there, it does not matter. So, it is utmost compassion of the Cosmic Mother to send you a problem with a note. This is from a loving God. One more time to you a message: wake up. Come to the ground reality of life. Awaken. Let your mind, the so-called duality, break. Come to the ground reality. And that's all the message is all about. If you do not interpret this message, anything else interpretation will lead you nowhere. Rather, you receive more and more messages like this in your life. God will give you some more time. Okay, I'll give you one message. Now I hope He is waiting for your response. If He didn't get a response, He will send you again. Isn't that what is happening in our life? Tell me how many people can able to correlate what I just said. It is not a positive thinking that problem is challenging, problem is, I will face the problem. That's a one part of it. That's okay for your survival. You can take problem as positively and then move forward. That is okay. I am not talking about that. Challenging problem, taking the problem courageously. I am not talking about that. I am talking about whenever the problem comes, look within. There is a message for you to wake up. Either it's a small or it's a big. If you don't read that, but you are still taking that as a challenge, taking that as just to survive, you misread. It is a message for you to wake up to the ground reality of life, which is you are God Himself. You are the God. You are the cosmos. You are the nature. And you are the God's particle itself. How the God's particle can create, can suffer in this platform, on this earth. And that is why the message is coming. Please don't suffer. But suffering has been interpreted as a problem. But the suffering is coming to you just to let you know, hey, wake up. There is no suffering on the planet Earth. There is no problem on the planet Earth. Have you read that message? We always interpret problem and suffering as something bad. When you have an ability to look at this message, you are enlightened. That day onwards, the problem will run away from you. The problem is no more there. The whole world, there is no problems. It's just a progress. It's just a progress. It's just an experience. The whole interpretation changes because the mind created certain norm, certain standardization, certain way of expectation, and if anything goes against it, it termed as suffering and problems. Once your mind broke, mind withdraw, mind evaporates, mind jump out of your system, you come to a ground reality. And when you hit the ground reality, the problem disappear from your life. You will never ever see this problem again. You cannot see this problem. Problem is not there at all. There is no problem. Lucky are those who can look into this problem rather than you empower your ego by challenging. Oh, this problem gave me a challenge to work hard and come over to it, and then I'm so stronger, I'm do this, I do that, and to come out of this problem, and you feel good. You just empower your ego, and guess what? Problem may come on your way. But rather, when the problem occurs, just look within and see, who are you? What am I holding in this life? And how long I am going to live here? Come to the ground reality of life. Look within and say that, and realize that you are the nature itself. You are no different than anybody. You are no different than this nature. You are God Himself, God herself. If you can realize and awaken to it, all your problem will not even there. You will not consider or interpret, see the problem as a problem. And then I'm telling you, no problem have dared to come to you. I wish you all the very best. Let us move on to, with this one understanding, let us move on to yoga to break our mental pattern and physical pattern of interpretation of this problem, so that we will be liberated, realized, and awakened.